What's up? It is March 29, 2021. I'm at the Maverick Ranch and I'm doing a quick video to show the progress of the side where the home site's going to be. I'm ready for the mulcher. Did a lot of work. There were some areas where it was going to be tricky for him to get the mulcher in and out, and I wanted to save a lot of trees, so pretty much I'm standing right where the house is going to be, and this is going to be the side view out of the side of the house, somewhere along this, overlooking the pond. These trees over here, any tree that you don't see a green ribbon is going to be gone. This is where the barbed wire fence was, so this is all going to be torn out with the mulcher all the way up. And then there's where the driveway is going to come in, and the driveway comes in right there where you see a little clearing over that hill, and you can see I saved a bunch of trees. This is going to be the front yard right here, and I just saved some trees so that it wouldn't be, bare. So that's pretty much what it is. I'll do a video when everything's all clear, but I'll show you what I've done real quick. We'll start on this side. I decided I was going to save another cedar tree. This one was pretty good, and it kind of blocked the view from if you were looking down the driveway. So I decided to go ahead. I mean, you can't see the driveway now because you're down a hill, but if you're up there, you'd be able to see past there maybe. So I wanted to save that. I found some rocks. They were in the area where the barbed wire fence was, so I didn't want the mulcher to damage his equipment, so I went ahead and pulled those out. And this is, I don't know if you remember, but this is where one of the mulch piles was. He mulched it up. It's a mess, but I've got a lot of cleaning to do. Now this side right here, I decided I was gonna save some trees in there. So Chris, the guy that mulches for me, he needs some room to turn around, and I need to clear around every tree so that he has some room to do it. So I had to go in there and cut a bunch of trees out. So in doing so, I ended up making 3 more mulch piles that he's gonna have to take care of. You can see in there, you can see some green ribbon. I'll show you. Plus I added to some existing mulch piles that I had over here, the ones that he hadn't touched yet. But heck, it was, I cut a lot of trees out of here, but it's gonna be pretty wild. This is hopefully this area right here. I'm thinking since it's kind of low, maybe hopefully the septic will perk there, and the septic can go there. That's what I'm hoping anyway. This mulch pile's been added to and added to. It's pretty long. I just added a bunch today. Same with that mulch pile over there. Added more onto that. What I'm doing is, you can kind of see some of this stuff is still attached. I'm getting it up and trying to get it to where whatever he couldn't mulch, I throw it back in the pile so he can re-mulch it. But once he's gone, I'll probably make a couple piles and do a bonfire, a couple bonfires. So it's not really that big of a deal. I just want to get rid of the big stuff, because if I need to mow or bush hog or something, it's gonna be a mess. Anyway, this is a mulch pile I just made. Most of this stuff came from clearing in there. And then I made a couple mulch piles on this side. We'll walk over here real quick. But that's what I cleared in there, just so that you could see the trees, and he can get his machine in there and clear it. See, there's a couple trees in there. So I didn't clear it too well in the front yard, and it takes a lot more time for him to mulch, because he doesn't want to damage the trees that I don't want to damage and save. So it makes for a long mulching process. Because some of those right up there is what I'm talking about. That was where he was having a problem. So I knew this was going to be a problem over here, so I just told him I'd go ahead and do this all by hand, which is what I did. All this was cleared by hand. This is actually where the mulch pile was. Another mulch pile. This is kind of a mess. This was a pretty big mulch pile right here, and then there was another mulch pile right there that he got rid of. It leaves a lot of stuff, but like I said, I'll clean it up. I just wanted to make sure that I had this cleared so he can come and take care of that monster mulch pile that I had down there from the backside of the dam and the creeks. That's there, and he's gonna have to get that. And this right here was a mess. He would have had some problems trying to get this. All of this, you can kind of see where the mulch stopped. Where the mulch stopped in the grass. From that point on, that's what I cleared. All this, all the way down to the mulch pile. And then I made two mulch piles over here. That one, which is pretty big, pretty long. And then there's one behind it. But this, I saved quite a few trees. Man, it's gonna be, you know, there were some pretty nice trees here, and I wanted to save them. Save some dogwoods over here. And there's that other mulch pile. They're kind of next to each other. And yeah, keep it treed. I pruned all the trees, and whatever trees that are real close to the mulch pile, if he can't maneuver around them, you know, then take them out. But for the most part, I think he'll be able to do it. And on the other side of that mulch pile is another mulch pile that's pretty long, that also came from the creeks and the other side of the dam. It's definitely not as big as it was. It kind of died down, but it's a lot of stuff down there. It's going to take them a while to clear all that. But I did take a lot of trees out of here. A lot of vines, a lot of stickers. It was pretty extensive work. But the only way I could do it and not damage the trees and make sure that it was done the way I wanted to do it was just to do it myself. I'm saving that clump right there of cedars because it's in a pretty good spot for this is where it's kind of thin. It's 165 feet from this point to the road, but it's the type of trees in the wintertime, it's kind of thin. Summertime you won't be able to see through that, but in wintertime these cedar trees, they stay green year round, and they're pretty much going to block the house from people seeing. So I left those, and that's about it. This is going to be the front yard. And I worked in the front yard today getting some branches that he didn't mulch too well. Got those up, and that's pretty much it. So it's a lot of work, but it's coming along. So when he comes and mulches, he'll get these piles, and then he'll get those piles down there. Don't have to fool with any trees. And then on the other side, he'll take care of the little trees that I didn't get, and take care of the mulch piles over there. Then he's done with this side of the pond, and then all he has to do is mulch all the mulch piles that I have on the other side of the property, which is, yeah, I don't know, it's probably I don't know, at least a dozen over there. That's going to take them a good long while too, but this is it. This is the view from my front yard, looking at the pond, and then the house is going to sit just on that side of those trees. Not these trees that I'm showing now, this little clump. Right where the other tree, the tree line where the barbed wire fence was, that's probably going to be right in the center of the house or close to it. So, and then the shop is going to be up there. So the driveway is going to come up. The driveway is actually right there, and then the driveway is going to come up here, depending on exactly where the house is, come through here somewhere, and then find its way through these trees somewhere, and then probably go to the right, to the left of that big cedar tree down there, and then straight ahead is going to be the shop, and then to the left is going to be the garage for the house, side load, and then the garage is going to get, the house is going to be somewhere around there, and the house is going to have a walkout basement to the pond side, since it's going down a hill, slight hill, and porch all the way around it. At least that's what I'm envisioning. So I'm going down the driveway now. I'll probably have to cut down a tree or two. You know, I don't know. I saved the good trees that I could. Not that, you know, I'd be able to keep them all, but you never know. But the house is going to be pretty much right here. I'm pretty much going to be standing at the corner of the house, about right here, the backside where the garage is going to be, looking over. All right, well, that's good enough. Just wanted to do a video, progress video, that's all. I will check back later.